Second new ship, Federal Gunship. Top speed 174, boost speed 287, shields 186, armor 630, hull mass is even bigger, 580 tons. Very heavy ship. 4 utility mounts, 2 small, 4 medium and 1 large hardpoint. Internal compartments, only 2 class 2, 2 class 6 and 1 class 5. Only 5 internal compartments. So let's buy it. And this assault ship and gunship has same base, cockpit also is same. It's a 2-seater, very tight cockpit. When we will be able to walk around, it should be very interesting. So let's try some combat. It's a huge ship, the heaviest, so ramming again is an option. But this pitching speed is insane. Against smaller ships you'll just be pitching and pitching and pitching. Well, if you have to fight with smaller or more agile ships, you can always fly in reverse. That will solve some of problems. This probably is the slowest pitching speed I've encountered. More than 13 seconds, 360 degrees, with 4 pips to engines. With 0, even longer, 17 seconds. But I liked 2 new medium weapon position. If you are into gimbaled weapons, they will track enemies very nicely in front of you and slightly above center of field of view. But why they've swapped large hardpoint above your ship for 2 small hardpoints, I don't know. Small hardpoints are kinda useless for the ship. Maybe somebody can use it for piracy, I don't know. Because ramming shields down and then shooting cargo hatch or power plant, it goes down very fast. I just didn't try to scoop any cargo in gunship, so I can't tell you how easy or hard it is. Mainly because there are only 5 internal compartments, and if you want cargo racks, you will have to sacrifice something else. As you see, bigger and slower targets are not a problem. Problem will be with smaller and more agile and multiple enemies at the same time. I've seen Silent Run dropship. Maybe this ship can be even better used in Silent Run, I don't know. Especially now when it's harder to destroy ships by destroying power plant. But even if you are building Silent Runner, I would go for Assault ship. It's just much more agile, meaning it's harder to hit. Weapon capacitor can handle 1 large beam laser for a very long time. And because you have so weak shields and only 4 utility mounts, you will want to have their shield boosters. So you are very limited in utility slots as well as internal compartments. So against NPC pythons you will not have any problems at all. And Anaconda. Ramming shields down. 580 tons of steel. So against slow and big targets, you can fight successfully. That can't be said about small enemies. I probably should try Type 9 in combat and see how it handles, because at times it felt like I'm flying Type 9. I just still don't see any usage for this ship, sadly. Let's take a look at outfitting. Gunship has one large hardpoint located below ship, 4 medium, 2 on sides, and 2 on the bottom, and 2 small hardpoints where assault ship has large weapon, pretty much useless those are, and 4 utility mounts filled with shield boosters. I have military grade composite armor because no station sells reactive or mirrored. Probably those will be added later. Devs just forgot about gunship's armor. Power plant class 6, thrusters class 6, frameshift drive class 5. I really hope they will add class 6 frameshift drive because, watch on the right, Unladen 12.27 light year. Really? 12.27. It's very short range support ship that probably will reach the fight as last ship. Maybe even when the fight is over. Life support class 5, power distributor class 7, sensors class 5. You can have class 6 shields, class 5 and class 6 shield cell banks, and 2 class 2 more internal compartments, so you are very limited. You have only 4 utility mounts and you have only 5 internal compartments. And if we consider that base shield value for gunship is very low, then you would want to have 4 shield boosters in utility mounts and as many shield cell banks as possible. Federal Gunship came from desire for a more supporting role in operations utilizing the standard dropship frame, and its primary role is in fire support and is tougher and also supports higher rated modules, making it more versatile. Yeah, I can see some problems there. In example, there are only 5 internal compartments. 2 are size 2. So basically you will have 3 internal compartments for shields and shield cell banks. I'm sorry, but it's just not enough. And if you want to use fuel scoop, good luck with that, because if you don't use class 2 you will have only 1 shield cell bank. And jump range is as insane as rest. 12.2 light years for fully kitted combat variant of Federal Gunship. They just must add 1 class higher frameshift drive. 12.2 is just not enough. And also they must add some internal compartments. 1 class 5 and 1 class 4, so we can use class 5 for shield cell bank and class 4 for fuel scoop. That would make sense, at least to me. But that's just my opinion. Well, it's same problem as for Federal Assault Ship. But Federal Assault Ship at least had some agility. This one, it pitches 360 degrees in 13.3 seconds. Federal Assault Ship 8.4. It's with 4 pips to engines, with 0 pips to engines, and most likely you will fly most time with 0 because of shields are so weak you will have to keep 4 pips to systems. So with 0 pips to engines, 17 seconds you will do 360 degree pitch. Insane. It's almost 2 times slower than assault ship in pitching. And the hull mass, well, Federal Gunship has bigger hull mass, but still only by 100 tons. 480 tons for assault ship and 580 for gunship, making gunship the heaviest ship in the game. Which is kinda shame, because the shields are really... The shields for gunship is similar to shields on Clipper. And we all know that Clipper is not even close to have strongest shields in the game. 514 for gunship, 551 for my Clipper, combat Clipper. And assault ship had 383. Armor for gunship is better, 1.2 thousand. Federal assault ship had 1000. Clipper 945, not a big difference. Maximum speed 184, my combat fitted boost 302. Boost is by 100 meters per second slower than Federal assault ship. Now tell me who you can catch with 184 meters per second speed. What you can support with this? Anaconda probably is much better choice. Without shields you can have 168 tons. I don't know what you can do with that amount. It requires medium landing pad. It's interesting that both heaviest ships now can land on outposts. Maybe that's the idea. It has same 4 utility mounts, also not enough power issues if you want to have maximum shields and use power hungry weapons like beam lasers, railguns, you will run into some problems. You can solve them by priorities, disabling some weapons in the beginning of fight, but still you will have some problems. Hardpoints. I actually like the medium hardpoints on sides. Well, assault ship has one large hardpoint above, one large below, and two medium below. Gunship has same placement for below guns, one large, two medium. It has additional two medium hardpoints on sides, which are pretty good in tracking enemies in front of you and above your center of field of view, and where assault ship has large hardpoint above your ship, there are two small, completely useless hardpoints. I don't know what you can use in those. I tried to use one large fixed with two small fixed beam lasers, but I ran into some problems with power, so I just disabled them so I can use shield cell bank with my cannons. On this ship I don't see any use for small weapons. But overall it has 4 medium, 1 large and 2 small hardpoints, which is nice firepower. As for weapon loadouts, you can use standard mix with beam, laser and cannons. You can use 4 railguns if you like them, but because of pitching speed it will be hard to hit smaller targets. Gimbaled weapons work fine, you can even have them all in one fire group if you ignore small hardpoints, because rest weapons are on side or below your ship. Still, the ship is way too slow, with way too little internal compartments, weak shields, and the pitching, 13.3 seconds. It's very slow. In combat you will feel that a lot, especially against smaller ships. I had no trouble against Anaconda, Python, but I had really huge problems with Vipers, Eagles, even Ferdinands. But overall, I didn't like this ship at all. And for some reason I couldn't find mirrored armor, also reactive armor. I could only find reinforced and military, or they forgot to add them, or they are not planning to, probably the first. So that's it for now about Federal Gunship.